What I'm about to share with you was hidden behind monastery walls for over 1,000 years. This isn't just another breathing technique. This is the forbidden fusion of Tibetan Tummo and Shaolin mastery that monks literally took vows of silence to protect. In the next 9 minutes, you're going to experience a complete neurological shift from the chaotic beta brain state that's been hijacking your reality to the peak gamma awareness that only masters achieve. I know that sounds impossible, but here's what they don't tell you. Your brain is already hardwired for this transformation. The Tibetan monks at Drepung Monastery have been proving it for centuries, raising their body temperature by up to 17 degrees in sub-zero conditions, using nothing but breath and visualization. The Shaolin masters took it further, achieving supernatural awareness and reaction times that defied explanation. Scientists studying these monks discovered something extraordinary. When practicing advanced breathing techniques, their brains showed massive increases in gamma waves, the same frequency associated with heightened consciousness, enhanced sensory perception, and what researchers call super-awareness states. We're talking about brain activity that most people never access in their entire lifetime. But here's the forbidden part. This technique was considered too powerful for untrained minds. The monks believed that accessing gamma states without proper preparation could overwhelm the nervous system. That's why they guarded it so carefully, passing it down only to their most dedicated disciples after years of preparation. However, modern neuroscience has cracked the code. Dr. Richard Davidson's groundbreaking research at the University of Wisconsin revealed that Tibetan monks could shift their brain states in real time, moving from ordinary consciousness to extraordinary awareness in minutes. The key wasn't years of meditation. It was understanding the precise breathing sequence that triggers this neurological transformation. Most people make this critical mistake. They think ancient wisdom and modern science are separate worlds. But when Harvard researchers studied Tummo practitioners, they found concrete, measurable changes in brain chemistry, body temperature, and neural activity. This isn't mystical mumbo-jumbo. This is documented, peer-reviewed science confirming what the masters knew all along. The technique I'm sharing combines the inner fire cultivation of Tibetan Tummo with the precise breath control of Shaolin Qigong. It's a fusion that neither tradition taught openly, but when combined, creates what I call the Tummo ignition sequence, a 9-minute protocol that can literally rewire your perception of reality. Your skeptical mind is probably fighting this right now. That's normal. Your brain has been conditioned to operate in beta frequency, the state of stress, anxiety, and scattered thinking that modern life demands. But within the next few minutes, you're going to feel the unmistakable shift as your nervous system moves into coherence, and your awareness expands beyond what you thought possible. Let me explain exactly what's happening in your brain during this transformation. Right now, you're probably operating in beta waves, cycling between 14 and 30 hertz. This is the frequency of everyday thinking, problem solving, and unfortunately, chronic stress and overwhelm. Beta dominance keeps you trapped in reactive patterns, constantly responding to external stimuli without accessing your deeper intelligence. The Tummo ignition sequence triggers a cascade of neurological changes that shift you directly into gamma frequency, operating above 30 hertz and reaching as high as 100 hertz in advanced practitioners. This isn't just a different brain state, it's literally a different reality. Gamma waves synchronize neural networks across your entire brain, creating what neuroscientists call binding consciousness, the state where all your senses, thoughts, and awareness merge into heightened perception. But here's what they don't tell you about this shift. When you move from beta to gamma, you don't just feel different, you actually perceive different information. Colors become more vivid, sounds gain depth and clarity, and your intuitive faculties come online in ways that seem almost superhuman. The monks described this as seeing with the eyes of wisdom. And now we know it's because gamma states allow you to process sensory information at dramatically higher resolution. The timeline is crucial to understand. Within the first 2 to 3 breaths of the sequence, your parasympathetic nervous system begins to engage, creating the foundation of calm that allows deeper states to emerge. By minute 3, your brain starts producing theta waves alongside the emerging gamma activity. This combination creates what researchers call a hypnagogic state, where conscious and subconscious merge. Most people make this critical mistake during the transition. They expect immediate fireworks and miss the subtle shift happening beneath their awareness. The real magic occurs between minutes 4 and 7, when sustained gamma activity begins to reorganize your neural networks. This is when reality starts to feel different, more alive, more responsive to your consciousness. The Shaolin masters add this secret step that most Tibetan practices miss. They incorporate precise breath retention ratios that amplify the neurochemical cascade. While Tibetan Tummo focuses on inner fire visualization, the Shaolin approach adds mathematical precision to the breathing pattern that creates maximum neuroplasticity in minimum time. By minute 9, you'll experience what the monks called luminous awareness, a state where your consciousness feels expanded beyond your physical boundaries while remaining completely grounded and present. This isn't dissociation or escapism. This is enhanced reality, where you're more here, more present, and more aware than your ordinary state allows. Now, let's dive into the actual Tummo ignition sequence. Find a comfortable seated position with your spine naturally erect. You don't need to be rigid, but you want your energy channels unobstructed. Place your hands comfortably on your knees and allow your eyes to close or soften your gaze downward. We begin with the box breathing foundation. 4 counts in, 4 counts hold, 4 counts out, 4 counts hold. But here's the crucial difference. We're not just counting breaths, we're building internal pressure and heat with each cycle. On your inhale, visualize golden light entering through your crown and traveling down to your lower abdomen, about 2 inches below your navel. This is your internal fire center. Start your first cycle now. Inhale for 4 counts, feeling that golden light descending and gathering in your core. Hold for 4 counts while visualizing this light condensing into a bright, warm flame in your lower abdomen. Exhale for 4 counts, but instead of releasing the energy, imagine the flame growing brighter and hotter. Hold empty for 4 counts while the fire continues to intensify. The Shaolin masters add this secret step. On your 3rd breath cycle, begin to contract your pelvic floor muscles slightly during the retention phases. This isn't about force. It's about creating subtle internal pressure that amplifies the energetic effect. You'll feel warmth beginning to build in your core. Continue this pattern for 3 full minutes. As you progress, the flame in your lower abdomen should feel increasingly real and warm. Some practitioners report actual temperature increases in their core body temperature during this phase. This is the beginning of the neurological shift. Your hypothalamus is responding to the visualization and breathing pattern by altering your autonomic nervous system. At the 4-minute mark, we add the Tummo amplification phase. Maintain the 4-4-4-4 pattern, but now on each inhale, visualize the flame in your core expanding upward through your central channel, reaching your heart center. On the retention, see this fire energy spreading throughout your chest cavity. On the exhale, guide the energy up to your throat, and during the empty hold, let it settle in your head. But here's what they don't tell you. The real transformation happens when you stop trying to control the process. By minute 6, allow the breathing to become more natural while maintaining the visualization. Your nervous system is now beginning to entrain to the gamma frequency, and forcing the pattern can actually impede the shift. The Shaolin masters discovered this crucial insight. At the 7-minute mark, you shift from active visualization to passive awareness. Continue the gentle breath pattern, but now simply observe the sensations arising in your body and awareness. You may notice colors behind your closed eyelids becoming more vivid, sounds in your environment gaining unusual clarity, or a sense that your consciousness has expanded beyond your physical boundaries. Most people make this critical mistake in the final phase. They doubt what they're experiencing because it feels so different from ordinary consciousness. Trust the process. The gamma state can feel almost psychedelic in its intensity, but you're completely lucid and in control. This is your natural capacity being activated, not an altered state imposed from outside. As you complete the full 9-minute sequence, take a moment to notice how different reality feels. Your sensory perception should be noticeably enhanced. Colors appear more saturated, sounds have greater depth and clarity, and there's often a sense that you're seeing your environment with fresh eyes. This isn't imagination. This is documented neurological change. The monks taught that this state isn't just about feeling good, it's about accessing your full human potential. When operating in gamma coherence, your intuitive faculties come online. Your creative problem-solving abilities expand, and you gain access to insights and awareness that simply aren't available in ordinary beta consciousness. Here's what happens next. This heightened awareness will naturally fade over the next 30 to 60 minutes as your brain returns to baseline patterns. But each time you practice this sequence, you're strengthening the neural pathways that allow rapid access to these expanded states. The monks called this building the wisdom muscle, training your consciousness to move fluidly between ordinary and extraordinary awareness. I want you to practice this sequence immediately after this video ends, while the instructions are fresh in your mind. Notice how your reality feels different afterward. Pay attention to colors, sounds, and your overall sense of presence and awareness. Then come back and share your experience in the comments below. The ancient masters knew something that modern science is just beginning to understand. Consciousness isn't fixed. Your awareness, your perception, your very experience of reality can be dramatically enhanced through precise techniques that work with your brain's natural plasticity. This is just the beginning of what's possible when you combine ancient wisdom with modern understanding. In our next video, I'll show you how to use these expanded awareness states for manifestation and reality creation. Once you can reliably access gamma consciousness, you gain the ability to literally reshape your experience of reality through focused intention and visualization. The forbidden has become accessible. The mystery has become science. Your enhanced reality awaits.